I think it's like, for me, I don't know, it seems like I get a bit of a tease, like to be here and then to walk away from it as well. Like if it was up to me, I just want to fucking shoot the scene now. I think it's good. Like I think really lucky. Even the streets surrounding this location kind of look like they could be in the 60s as well. So if you have a bit of good fortune, maybe try and clear some of the streets and date them and stuff like that as well. Maybe like hopefully let people step back in time a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? I think capturing the essence of the guy's childhood here is obviously really important. Do you know what I mean? The fun stuff before as the other sort of more chaotic stuff is beginning to happen, like to try and capture the innocence, because I suspect this might be the last place that they were really innocent, you know what I mean? Like young laddies running around here and the cousins, and even hear these kids now screaming. And being here, I'm imagining what it was like for Tony in that house, what it was like for Eddie in the house, what it was like for John, all the people that I've met and stuff like that as well. So it's good, man. I suspect it's surreal for the neighbours and the people that sort of live here now, do you know what I mean? Because you're sort of stepping into the streets that was like well talked about in folklore and stuff like that as well. So it's part of that bearing witness, supposed to change in Newcastle, which is interesting, do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I think Tony and the Jane lassie as well, like we'll workshop these scenes. You know, like it was really important meeting John this morning, meeting Michael now, and meeting obviously Stephen. So now I feel like I've got validation to write the scenes with peace of mind, rather than try to write them and wondering what he's going to say and wondering what he's going to say and stuff like that as well. So yeah, man, I just hope that people feel the same energy that I feel of it. Do you know what I mean? It's a complicated story and it's a complex story, and I hope that when an audience watches it, that they certainly feel the cloth that these guys are cut for, and that's kind of my intentions as a director when I'm here. I think the war on crime and the war on drugs is propaganda for the media, and I think that when you gangbusters and gangsters and stuff like that, like I get what people are saying, you get career criminals, but I think the wording and stuff like that kind of takes it back to 1930s prohibition, do you know what I mean? And it probably misinforms and makes, it simplifies things like for what the guys have come for, like any other life that they would have been born into. They would have been investment bankers, or they would have been creating laws for the country. It just so happens that their intelligence was put into the criminal world, you know, and that's what makes it an interesting thing, you know. It's Freudian for me, you know, that's kind of my approach, is looking at the psychology, and I think like when you look at the lives that the guys have got now, they still care, like they might have turned their lives around, or they might have whatever, but they're carrying a lot of baggage, and I find that really interesting. And I guess for me, like being brought up around families who are similar to what the guys are, I've seen good people in hard times, and I've seen hard people fucking like fall by the wayside. So for me, like it is, I'm around good people as well, do you know what I mean? And I think putting that across on camera and showing how the stuff that we go through when we're younger and stuff like that, how as adults that affects us. We had a conversation this morning with John, and we were talking about the psychology and how that plays out, and he was talking about PTSD, and we were talking a wee bit maybe about, say, the Stephen's father here and stuff like that. Like he was a war child, like that's the trauma that he came through was quite severe, and that's passed on. And then you see now sort of grown men maybe talking around emotions and stuff like that. It plays into the whole mental health aspect to maybe some of what these guys go through as well, do you know what I mean? So that's why I think it makes it kind of a criminal film from a perspective that very rarely is taken, unless it was a psychologist reported in prison or something, do you know what I mean? So it's really trying to put all that into this, and for me there, that's what makes it, man. That's what makes it.